Leader, what is the effective date of the bill as amended?
There's no stated effective date.
I'm sorry?
There is no stated effective date.
So the bill that you're running tonight has no effective date, so it would be effective upon signing immediately?
No, it would be effective June 1.
Okay. So there's no stated date, but it does have an effective date. It's June 1 of 2022?
Correct.
Okay, so what we're voting on then tonight won't impact anyone concerning this act until June 1, 2022, correct?
I believe it will clarify the intent of the legislature.
To the bill. You know, it's interesting. We're talking about the intent of the legislation and what it was truly meant to say, and yet I don't recall COVID-19 being around or being mentioned back in the 1970s when this was passed. But either way, this is about religious exemptions. You know, Article 1 of the United States Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or the First Amendment, I'm sorry, not Article 1, but the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution says Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. It's one of the bases for the founding of the nation. It's the very first provision in the Bill of Rights. Yet tonight, after 19 months from the start of the pandemic, we're going to address for 7 or 9 months in the future when we may or may not still be having a problem, when maybe everyone's been vaccinated who can medically be vaccinated, we won't know. We're going to address whether or not someone should be able to exercise their religious beliefs that was so important to the founding fathers of our country that they put it in the first provision of the Bill of Rights. You know, it's amazing what we've seen since this pandemic has started. In this state alone, not to mention the nation, we've had increases in suicides, we've had increases in domestic abuse cases, we've had increases in opioid overdoses, we've had our children struggling to learn in schools, and we've had a mental health crisis appear, probably to an extent previously unknown. But not once did we as a legislature come in and do anything to address those issues. We sat back as they unfolded, and we let them unfold without addressing how the state had dealt with the COVID crisis may have affected these very issues. But there was a way. I've had a bill on file, but we didn't talk about it. But now, 19 months later, we are going to attack those who are holding their religious beliefs close to them. You may not believe they're telling the truth about it. The governor may not, the employer may not, whoever it is that's pushing this bill so hard may not believe that they hold those beliefs that dear. But you don't know that. You don't know what's in their hearts. They aren't telling you what's in your heart. Why are we as a legislature going to take that right away from them? To the prior speakers,
Representative Grant would give you additional time.
Be done in a minute. To the prior speaker's statement about keeping people safe. Just because someone holds a religious belief dear doesn't mean they don't want others to be safe. I'd say probably much to the contrary. And as someone who's lost family members, in part as a result of the disease we're here addressing, I can tell you that I know, would want to make certain that we're upholding and allowing people to maintain their religious beliefs because they cherish the freedoms that this nation had. They were immigrants to this nation and became citizens. And now we're looking to strip people of that right that they all held so dear. I ask to vote no.